Welcome back to WagerTalk TV. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio with Brian Leonard. You can follow Brian on Twitter at BLeonardSports, and Tony Finn. You can follow Tony at Finn at WagerTalk. And guys, we've got an NBA game. You got the Thunder against the Rockets, and OKC's been playing some great basketball right now. Rolled off like 7 wins in a row. Then they got beat in a shootout at Boston, a thrilling game, 134-129. Come back home off of that road trip, got a win over Orlando. Now they'll have a game before they play this one. They have Memphis up, I think, on Thursday night, and then they'll play this game on Saturday. Busy week for them, 3 games in 6 days. I'll start with you, Brian. You look at this one, we all know the Rockets. It's what the Beard does. He's carrying this team so far this year, and right now, if you look at the odds here in Vegas, he is as close to being a lock for the MVP as you can get. How do you see this one?
You know, Tony, I know Kelly went back to Kansas to watch the Kansas State game, and I know I saw her on Twitter that she was drinking pretty heavily. She's a big, heavy drinker. I mean, she's really can control her alcohol, but she looks like shit today.
Alcohol has a funny effect on people.
Yeah, I mean, she. Oh,
This ain't Kansas anymore.
Well, the hard part when you're handicapping these NBA games is you got games ahead of time. You've got you don't know who's going to play with the injuries and everything all along. So it makes these games very tough to handicap. I will point out, so far the home team has won both the meetings so far. Total points 178 and 222. That's awfully low when you think about these two offenses, these two teams. I don't know if it's just the matchups or what it is, but this total is going to come out at least in the 230s, I would assume. And, you know, you get the Rockets to return home off a 4-game road trip. I know that's one of your favorite, Kelly, number 2. That's one of your favorite situations. But both teams are rested here. But it's tough handicapping these ahead of time. I will take a look at the earlier games when you had the 178 and 222 and expect this to be a lower scoring game because they're just going to take the season stats on these things, and they're going to get something in the 230s. Maybe there's a matchup problem for one of these teams, and that's how these games have been going lower.
Well, I'll tell you what, I agree with you on that with the totals going lower recently, but you still have an Oklahoma City team that has scored 117 points or more, 14 straight games. That's just unheard of with these teams and what they're doing offensively. This is going to be it could be a fun game to watch. I mean, both teams are going to go up and down the floor, and you know what Houston's going to do with Harden. Do you think that some of this, with the slower games going under, we know that Harden's scoring a lot of points, but are they working more to make sure he keeps that streak rolling along so that he gets his points, and that might be slowing the things down a bit?
Yeah, these teams are out west. I mean, you're not going to finish number 1. You're not going to beat Golden State Warriors. So there's a lot of testing out things as the season goes on. I think it all comes down to how do you match up against Golden State, because Golden State's got the best talent in the league, and I think a lot of teams right now are doing that type of thing.
Tony, in a game that's got offense on both sides, not a lot of defense. We're looking at a number that, projection-wise for me, I think is probably going to come out around 1.5, 2 points with these two teams. How do you see this situation?
Well, as you guys were talking about earlier, when NBA has been much difficult to handicap 1 day in advance, yet alone as this video shoot, we're talking about a Saturday game. My thought on this is when does D'Antoni start laying back a little bit on Harden instead of the high usage? Is he going to play the 38 minutes he's playing every day? Is he going to play the 30? This is kind of a rivalry game for ever since Harden's left Oklahoma City. It's been kind of an rivalry game, and this is a toss-up game. I give the advantage to OKC even on the road here, even with Chris Paul back. With Chris Paul back, you get a better number than you would get if he wasn't there, in my opinion. And I like Westbrook. I like the way this team's playing. Like you mentioned, they won, what, 8 of 9? I think the Thunder won 8 of 9. The only loss being the Celtics. They beat the Sixers on the road. They beat the Heat on the road. The Eastern Conference is a little bit easier than the West. But I like OKC here.
Yeah, you got two teams that basically have one guy that they're using for all their scoring. Obviously, the Rockets have some other guys, but at Oklahoma City, it's very tough to get a lot of scoring out of that team. I like their individual players, but when it comes to a scoring outfit, when you're playing another team that's going to put up 120 points every night, like you were saying, 117 or whatever, you've got to be able to score. And so it's tough to cut off the minutes of those players in this game.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the old theory. You know it. You pointed it out. Rockets coming off the road trip. I'll go ahead and take Oklahoma City in this one. And, guys, hey, WagerTalk Text Club. Johnny sends out plays with this. He's been winning on it. It is free. Just sign up, text to 33222. It's 100% free. You'll get free plays. You'll get special offers sent to you each day. Check it out, the WagerTalk Text Club. And also, when you sign up, you'll get a $10 coupon. Check it out, WagerTalk Text Club. All right, guys, we'll be back with more here on WagerTalk TV.